Hey there, it's Kristen. We're going to get into some divine messages. Take a deep breath in. Let's ask the angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our energy for divine guidance, for our highest and greatest good. So it is and so will be. All right. We're going to start with a bit of tarot here. Let's see what's in the energy for the collective's highest and greatest good. What is most important for them to know and focus on at this time? What's happening? Let's see. 5 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 6 of Wands. Somebody is really upset that you have overcome, persevered. You are like in the victory lane right now. This is you heading towards victory and success. I feel like their plots and plans have been spoiled, or whatever they tried to keep you in, the energy. I feel like they're in this energy now. Okay. Let's see. I saw 9 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you've built something from this. I feel like they may have worked with others. Okay. I'm getting... there's some sort of like others observing, talking, speaking, celebrating. I feel like you're being celebrated and this person is not. So I feel like there's this like competition or game being played. There's some sort of like manipulation here. I feel like whoever tried to manipulate a story about you is realizing that it only created some sort of devastation on their side. 2 of Cups. There could be a group talking about a relationship here, partnership. I feel like maybe somebody is in their emotions at this time. Okay. 10 of Swords. So there is a massive ending here when it comes to a relationship. There's the Moon. I feel like someone is struggling to move on, or someone tried to do things to prevent you from moving on. I feel like this has created some sort of blockage for them, or maybe this is a warning for them. What's this 6 of Swords? Is this in the reverse? Okay. Yeah, I feel like they're having to remain in the rough seas where you're moving on to peace. I feel like they're moving and stuck in the rough seas. Their life is very turbulent. Things are coming to an end. They're being like backstabbed by the people who they call friends, family. The people that they surround themselves with are the ones that are, you know, spilling all this emotion. There's a lot of like spilled milk, crying over spilled milk. All right, Moon energy. So I feel like there's a lot that's hidden in this subconscious that's coming to light for someone to see, because it's a form in which they create, and so it affects their reality. Okay, so it's like the subconscious mind here. I feel like there's this illuminating the subconscious. What's really, I feel like somebody's character is really clear, whereas before they may have been able to hide it. I feel like you can't hide, right? 7 of Swords, like, oof. Look at Chariot, Page of Cups. Somebody wants to come towards you and maybe offer an apology. I feel like they misjudged possibly the situation here. They may have believed what others were saying. Okay. This person wanted to win at all costs. There's also that. I feel like what they did is they backstabbed a soulmate here, and there's no coming back from that. And, you know, this was something that was a catalyst for something. It was like, this required a lot of will and grit and courage and, you know, just discipline and drive to move past whatever this was. All right. So I feel like there's a bit of like someone sees opportunity in you, or somebody has some sort of feelings about this situation. I feel like somebody knows what you went through, or knows what was done in the dark against you, and they're like, wow, you're one strong energy here. So That could be it. I have 7 of Wands. Okay. Somebody might miss your energy and might want to get back into it somehow. They might come up with some, you know, playful way to kind of, you know, try to get through the blockage here. You might have them blocked. Let's see, 7 of Wands. I'm also getting like you're very divinely protected. You're very resourceful too. Somebody may be left out in the dark and out of resources. I feel like whatever challenges are going on, I feel like they put these on themselves. There might have been a lot of blame game here with the Knight of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. I feel like there's a decision to be made here and which direction to go. And I feel like there's a bit of like someone is regretting because they're like stuck in the situation that they chose. I'm also getting that. All right, let's get a little bit more info. Yeah, look, 2 of Wands, the Hierophant, and then we have the Death at the bottom of the deck. So, I mean, someone had made a conscious decision to go on their spiritual path and as a result has surrendered to the process and been through a death and a rebirth. This very much could be something that this person's also going to be coming up against, a decision that needs to be made, okay? All right, 10, Wheel of Fortune, okay, as well as the 10 of Cups, okay? I feel like the choice made here by one of the energies I'm picking up here, could be a feminine, could be a masculine. I feel like it's one of the two here. I feel like there was a choice to be made and someone made the choice. And I feel like maybe the other person didn't, or the other group didn't, or the family member didn't. There's something here that like calls to a partnership, calls to, you know, something that, you know, both sides were meant to work together on. And I'm getting like somebody let somebody down, someone let themselves down, but I feel like they can't admit it. There's this like always in defense mode, always spinning the story, very pessimistic, somebody who like sees like the negative side of things in most cases. I feel like somebody had to try to show their friends, those that they care about, that they were winning in this situation when they certainly didn't feel like they were winning. So it's kind of like someone like projected this false mask here, or someone or this group thought that they could win against you. There's some sort of like shady shit. Let's see, what is the shady shit? Give us more info, por favor. Look at karmic family members involved. So maybe somebody listened to their karmic family. Okay, ancestors are helping you. So whoever I'm picking up on against this energy that is projecting, right? Ill will. Someone's projecting ill will and your ancestors are helping you deal with this energy. All right, karmic family members were involved and have affected this person's emotional abilities. It's like emotional health. 6 of Wands is in the near future, and this is you celebrating victory and success. All right, so you're moving on to something better in the near future. What's this 3 of Cups? Who's this group? Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. So someone who's a fire sign that is associated to some sort of group, and this karmic masculine here, or feminine, doesn't have to be gender specific. All right, but I feel like I'm picking up fire sign energy. All right, so that's the 3 of Cups, third party. It says someone is afraid that they're going to leave them behind and want to reconcile with you. I feel like earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is also here. They also realize that they want to come rushing in because there could be new energy coming in for you that could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like there will be some things that need to kind of be put into place. But I feel like there is going to be something that's going to be moving someone forward, like physically moving or relocating. Ten of Swords. That represents an ending. So you might be ending something that is no longer serving you and going in a different direction. It possibly would be a move. Okay. I have unexpected income coming in. I feel like they tried to block your income from coming in, but they can't block. I feel like you're the Chariot and you're here to overcome and persevere whatever this energy sent your way, which is death rituals. So I do feel like there's energy out there in the environment that knows what this group was up to, specifically praying for your ending here. And you've overcome and persevered. So people are looking at you like, damn. All right, air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, bottom of the deck. Yep. I feel like somebody is realizing that, you know, you are what you say you are. Okay. It's this person who your ancestors are protecting you from that is the liar. Okay. So I feel like you're being, what's that word? All right, I can't think of the word. Vindicated. Yeah, believe in miracles. A miracle will soon happen. Okay. And then what do we have? Someone's trying to communicate through music. I feel like divine justice and universal law is playing out. That is clarifying the Two of Pentacles, which is cause and effect. All right. So I feel like someone is learning the lessons of the energy you put out, you receive back. All right. So that's playing out. Okay. As well as any kind of like, I feel like there's somebody who you might have some sort of like support from, or someone who gives you kind of like things to work with, to build from. I feel like they communicate with you through music. I'm also getting like you're protected from any energy that's trying to break through telepathically that isn't for your highest and greatest good, to try to prevent blockages on your way. I feel like you're protected. All right, so there's a bit of that going on. Let's see what else we can get. Let's do a round with this deck. Can you clarify the karmic families involved, please? I feel like this fire sign energy is in fear of someone wanting to reconnect with the past. Someone has a lot to say, okay? And it could be, you know, this energy that's in the Five of Cups, one that maybe have listened to family members or friends, right? Someone might have a lot to say. Okay. Ancestors are helping you. And it's the Knight of Swords. So this is someone who's like borderline abusive, okay? Someone who like uses their words to hurt, okay? Like hurt people. That's this person. Fire sign energy, bottom of the deck. Yeah, they're connected to somebody here. They're connected to some third party that, you know, is competing or whatever. I feel like there's just a lot of gossip. There's a lot of interference here. All right, ancestors are helping you. Yep, I feel like this energy is still holding on to you and won't let you go. Okay, and then in the near future, someone is obsessed. Okay, they're very much like stalking you on social media. Okay, so they're spying on you to see what you're up to. Okay, in the near future. In the near future, this came in reverse. You want this in reverse. Okay. In the near future, you're going to have strong boundaries. Okay. Speaking up for yourself and having discipline. All right. Especially when it comes to any energy from the past or just energy, period. It's like throat chakra just got hit when I said speak up. All right. Speak up. Hold your ground. Fear. Yeah, someone is afraid. Very afraid. Someone's overthinking and someone is holding back due to fear. Someone is very much longing and desiring this connection, and they very much could be wanting to reconcile. Okay? That's with the Two of Cups energy. What about the relocating and physical move and the Ten of Swords? Let me move this over here. Relocating and physical move after the Ten of Swords, like this massive ending. Ending to something that maybe has taken a while to kind of like come to completion. And then I have healing here. It's because there's been healing done in the situation. You're no longer a vibrational match to maybe where you live or what you've experienced here by the hand of others and experiences. I feel like it's time for you to celebrate. This unexpected income is karmic balance playing out for you. Okay, so I am getting that. Let's give her more clarification. Okay, competition here. Someone is realizing like someone else has eyes on another. I feel like there's, you know, competition all around. Okay, someone doesn't like maybe being put in competition themselves. Maybe they're used to putting others in competition. I'm getting that you're not a frequency match to whatever they're sending out, but they are a frequency match to what they sent out. And that is cause and effect. That is universal law playing out. Okay, I feel like we have energy here that says enjoyment, kindness, and security with it. Unexpected income. I feel like your vibration, okay, frequency, vibration, happiness, kindness, security, you're meant to like bless others, okay, just by being in your energy, okay? And if you needed resources to be able to do some things that you wanted to do so that you do have the ability to bless others, I feel like there's that too. All right, so let's talk about the Pray More and the Page of Cups. Like there's somebody that, you know, maybe is being touched by angelic presence or a past loved one, or someone's been praying and feeling like, you know, they believe in you. Maybe there's a bit of like a switching of perspectives here. Let's see. What do they want to say? Yeah. They're like, it's a good thing you left when you left. There's some sort of like learning a lesson and understanding it was a karmic lesson and realizing that there's no going back. Like it was a karmic lesson learned. All right. So somebody might have information that they might want to bring to the table that they have recently gained by doing maybe their own research. Look at all the paperwork, look at the computer. I feel like somebody's doing their own research to come up with their own understanding of something. Maybe that's for themselves. Maybe they're on a spiritual path now and they're starting to learn from their mistakes. Okay, maybe they're finding some sort of like strong connection to spirit in some way, shape, or form, or religion. So that might be going on. What's the believe in miracles? Believe in miracles. All right. We have nostalgia, past loves, and memories. Okay, so soulmate. Okay. So what's coming in that is saying believe in miracles and miracles soon manifest in your life. It's a soulmate, okay, a partnership, something that's destined, a strong connection, like people supporting you. I feel like everything's happening in divine timing. The one that is burdened, okay, feels like there's obstacles in the way, you know, that wants to telepathically communicate is the past person because they're in their feelings, they're in their memories about you. Okay, so they may be like focusing on past pictures, past events, past memories when it comes to the two of you. Okay, that's not for all of you. You'll know, you'll feel it pulling on your energy. All right, look at. Okay, what about this divine justice and universal law? Oh, what's going on here? Maybe there's a bit of stepping out in evidence of something going on here. Affection. I feel like somebody may want to be with somebody else and they want to go in a different direction than maybe the way they went, but maybe they're not able to. There's some sort of justice playing out here. Okay, so maybe the justice is someone finding out something about them. Maybe something that they want to keep hidden. Or maybe there was an experience that they wanted to have, some sort of fantasy. They went and had it, and for some reason there's justice regarding this. Let's get one more card. What's the justice? Oh. So look at them as if they are you. There could be mirroring energy. So I feel like, you know, the justice here is that like someone went in another direction and had some sort of relationship or encounter with somebody. And as a result of this playing out, it actually like triggered or mirrored something back to another person. And so, what do you want me to say here? Let's see. I feel like this is about like do unto others as you would want done unto yourself or something like that. Yeah, look, there's this temptation. And then there's this I'm sorry. Yeah. I feel like someone is realizing like what it was like for you maybe, and through the relationship that they went to, I feel like that person is treating them the way that they treated you, is what I'm getting. And there's this energy of wanting to like own up to the fact that they fell for temptation. Maybe there were things in your dynamic that came to light and was like an escape for them or whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's like awareness coming to light when it comes to how this all played out and why people do what they did and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, here it is. Inner childhood wounds. Yeah, someone is realizing like something in their childhood, you know, affected this dynamic. And as a result, they're going to learn from it. I feel like whatever it was, it helped you learn from it. Again, karmic lessons playing out here for the collective. Okay, so there's a bit of that. Yeah, I feel like, you know, what they know as love is lust, right? And so that's how they fill their cup. And they'll fill it however they see fit. So, you know, it could be, you know, in multiple different ways. So that's not something you can change about a person. I feel like somebody is very quiet about it. Something's not coming to light quite yet. Somebody's holding back the truth here. So it's like omission here. Guilty by omission. Look at third party. All right. Temptation, Mercury retrograde, soul contracts, past life issues, another lifetime, and inner childhood wounds. Certainly going to create a bit of a mix here. You know, there's this energy of like moving on, right? And leaving things behind, learning the lesson, and continuing to move forward. All right, that's the advice. Okay. I feel like what's coming in for you is, you know, a passionate new beginning with someone loyal, right? Soulmate energy. You know what you deserve. And I'm getting like this energy doesn't know how to give you what you need. Okay. So you had to cut bait, right? Like you had to cut bait and you trusted your guides and you're like, I'm going with the flow. I'm going to just chillax. And I know what's for me is coming for me. And it's like trusting, okay? Trusting your guides, trusting your spiritual team, trusting yourself to know that you deserve better than whatever this was, okay? Because you didn't deserve that. But it was a lesson for you to learn. And so that's how you took it. All right. Yeah, somebody wants to come in hot for you. Rush. Look at with lies, secrets, and a facade. Yeah, this person hasn't really taken their mask off. I feel like, you know, there's a need to kind of like purge this in their spirit. And I feel like, you know, some of these secrets coming out is going to help this person's mask fall right off. So you very much could be observing this happening. You might hear about it, okay? You might hear about it with the communication. Yeah, somebody wants to rush towards you and create some sort of illusion that, you know, they're free and clear. They're not free and clear of anything. In fact, they have a lot of debt to pay back, all right? So keep them blocked if you feel it necessary. All right, yeah, they want you to compromise. That's why the boundaries came up. So it's like you're not compromising the fact that you know you deserve better. They think that you're still the old version of you. Like you've done a lot of healing, so you're not going to compromise on shit, all right? You'd rather be by yourself than compromise on your morals. You know, here's the thing, like, they don't have intentions of telling you the truth. In fact, they're trying to do whatever they can to get to you first before someone else does and tells you the truth or their version of the truth. So somebody wants to come in and tell you their side of the story because they want to continue the lies, the secrets, and the facade. So just know that any kind of communication coming to you, you have to take it with a grain of salt because you have to understand who it's coming from. And anyone coming to you from the past is trying to save their own ass because they're dealing with karma. All right? They're being held to account. So, you know, be aware. Look it. You have the real deal coming in. All right? Someone who's going to be family providing. This energy was not family providing. Okay? I feel like they were secretly maybe going to... There's something about secret about this marriage here. Maybe they married somebody in secret. Okay? I feel like, you know, there was something going on when it came to this union or a union, maybe their union with somebody else, like this deception here. But I feel like you were divinely guided to let go, trust your angels, and move in a new direction here. And you listened to that direction. You listened to the divine messages that you were getting, your intuition. Maybe you saw visions. What's this? Clarity. Yeah, somebody's seeing through the rose-colored glasses at this point. Right? It's like, you know, anything that creates confusion or illusion is not of the light. Okay? Commitment, offer of loyalty. I feel like, you know, you saw exactly what you needed to see because this energy wasn't loyal. And so you moved on. And said, you know what, I'm going to be loyal to myself until someone can show me loyalty. Okay, loyalty is very important to you is what I'm getting. Honesty is very important to you. Having trust with those that are around you, very important to you. Those are all strong values. Okay, somebody wanted to prevent you from having new love or commitment. They did not want you to move on from them, is what I'm getting. So they wanted to keep you confused. They may have even tried to mess with your vibration. Again, that praying for your death. Okay, so I feel like they did a lot of like stuff here. You do have a secret admirer or someone's watching. All right, they know that they will continue to be left out in the cold. Yeah, someone feels left out in the cold as a result of this ending with you. Or someone has currently been abandoned or rejected in a situation that they might have had some sort of commitment with. I feel like this very much could be with somebody, you know, a karmic partner with them. So, yeah, I feel like someone is not allowed in your energy, okay? All right, I'm going to switch decks here. Yeah, there's a breakup here. All right, there's a breakup. All right, let's just do a little cleanup and organization, a bit of a reset, and get back to it with another deck. Let's do this one. What we got here? Got some messages here. What do they want to say? Mirrors. I can't validate our love in 3D until I understand our spiritual love in the 5D. Give me time to explore this aspect so I can be a strong spiritual partner for you. So that is what's happening, like, in this kind of energy here. Okay, so this could be what's coming in for you. Mirrors. Our inner guidance is clear, but our ego is resisting it. Okay. I'm not happy. Karma, behaviors, people, and or situations is playing a role in what's happening with me, and it's hard for me to see a way out. Remember how I said like karmic family is involved? I feel like there's a lot of secrets, and someone's having a really hard time trying to get away from whatever has their grip on them. And I'm getting it's like a fire sign energy. Okay. What else do we have? Whatever you just cleared, help me to shift to. So you were energetically working with someone over here. All right, in the 5D, I feel like you guys are awakened and on the path. Okay, you're receiving direction from your spiritual team. All right, let's get some messages. Mirrors again. Look. This situation is being caused by both of us. Look at your own role in the situation to help us change it. Okay, so I feel like understanding that like what's going on in your mental capacity, your mindset, affects your reality and potentially can affect others in the process. So being aware of this. Someone wants to send you a message today, but they're afraid to. They're not sure if you're going to want to hear from them or if they can say the right things to you. I also have our mission is to love and be loved. It is to be unconditional love. Clearing our programming is a necessary part of opening our hearts. So someone is, again, I saw that Chariot card, so that kind of reminds me of like, you know, hey, there's something bigger playing out here, and this is that mission that they're talking about. Okay, and it's of unconditional love. I have our energy is stagnant. Triggers sometimes happen to break the stagnancy and help the energy flow again. So that's for someone. Okay. I want to hold you in my arms and feel our bodies unite as one. Ooh. And then we also have separated or together. We are working in tandem with one another for the twins there. Okay. We have our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. Beautiful. Okay. We must remember that we are gods, goddesses, and work to embody that energy. Yeah, it's like your soul's just, you know, having an experience here. It's like you're playing a game of life. Remember that game? It's like a board game. Sometimes I refer to like Chutes and Ladders, right? The game of, the experience of life on Earth is like Chutes and Ladders. You know, sometimes you know, go down the path and you're able to kind of like go up the ladder and, you know, have access to something different. And then sometimes you land on a spot and you just like slide straight down to where you were, right? Because there's something that what was overlooked or not understood. So I kind of feel like there's a bit of Chutes and Ladders playing on here. I know in my heart we'll be together one day, and that helps me trust. Let's keep working on us. If somebody wants to continue to work on something, don't be tempted to disconnect from source. Our connection to source is the love and healing we require for a reunion. Okay, so someone in a dynamic might be struggling with their belief systems. These feelings overwhelm me and I become afraid. Sometimes I even run away from you because of it. So I feel like someone is feeling like they're not supported or understood in a dynamic. And as a result, there's the runner and the chaser. Here's the runner, here's the chaser, here's the breakup card. And then over here was, you know, the chaser. All right, so there's a bit of like push and pull here. It's like the feeling continuing to trigger one another. Oh, what do we got here? We are alchemists. We transform fear into love and shadow into light. All right, so those who are here that are transmuting this energy, that would make some clear sense to you. karmic ties. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. So some of us have called our power back and are learning to set boundaries energetically. That's part of the process. We saw boundaries here as well. Let's get like one more card here. Lots going on here in the collective, you guys. Been going through it. I'm afraid this relationship is too good to be true and I pull away in fear. Yeah, so sabotage, self-sabotage here. I can't fully be there for you as long as this other person is in my life. I know it's hard for you, but I have to go through this experience in order to heal it. That's right. They're learning their lessons too, but through different people and different circumstances, okay? Let's get a little bit more info here. What else can we tell them? Like some final thoughts, messages, anything unmentioned at this time. Redirect your thoughts to positive thinking, okay? Continue to transmute. You're an alchemist. All right, we have protection by Archangel Michael. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your protection, your guidance, support, and love. New home for some of you if you're manifesting that. Or improvements to the home. I'm getting like just fresh. Something's being exposed. Someone's being exposed. It's like if you have in the past said, whatever has been done in the dark, may it come to the light. Here's your sign. That's coming to light. Okay? Exactly who and why people did what they did. And it was for money. For money. Deception, betrayal. They're a liar. This mask, it's coming off. They're being exposed. All right. I'm getting like what people did for money is being exposed. And it has something to do with like the camera. So I don't know if that's online or, yeah, that's someone's dirty little secret. Someone's dirty secret's coming out. Yeah, it is. Look at third party. Okay. Karmic third party involved. So this means like what somebody was doing for money with a karmic, okay? Or it could just represent a group of people, all right? Or entertaining many, right? On camera, right? Lies, exposure, truth. I feel like somebody's intuitive abilities, this came to light for them. And I feel like the proof is now in the environment. I feel like whatever they did, it was illegal. Yep, immoral, lacked integrity, and illegal. That's coming to light as well. Someone's going to go through an ego death as a result of this experience. Okay, we have angels are with you and they're protecting you at this time. Past loved ones visit you while you sleep as this group goes through their experience here. Understanding you are worthy. I am statements. Okay, that's redirecting your thoughts to positive. Using affirmations like I am enough. I am loved. That's going to help not be a vibrational match to whatever they're sending out. They're sending out negative energy. They're doing spell work, black magic. That's where the angels are protecting you, and your I am statements are going to send it right back to sender. Return to sender. Look at wearing a fake mask. Listen, the secret's out. Like, nobody's believing anything that these people are doing anymore. Like, they're seen for who they truly are. That 3D mask, okay, wearing a fake mask, pretending to be something that you're not. It's coming clean. Coming out. Right? Earth angel energy, special mission. All right? I feel like someone is experiencing diseases. STDs and spiritual disease. All right? I'm not sure where, yeah, here's the spiritual hater. We have deception, betrayal, and a liar came out officially. Yeah, someone is just, oof. Dark night of the soul. air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, releasing karmic debt. So this served a big purpose. You cleared karmic debt. They accrued karmic debt. You are not the same, right? However, what's interesting is that this whole process helped both of you grow and learn and experience things with others, right? For your soul's growth and development. And I feel like it's all how you use the experience, right? I feel like one of you was encouraged to kind of work on oneself and focus on, you know, healing and growth. And the other one is not quite there yet, but it's getting there, but kind of had to learn some additional lessons as a result of the actions they took, right? We have ego death, we have a dark night of the soul. These are the processes of, you know, going through a spiritual awakening, even a form of like life review while you're still alive as well. So just know that like this is all serving a purpose, and you know, we don't only have just one lifetime. Okay, so know that like whatever is unfinished now will finish later, potentially, depending on, you know, what the situation is. Okay, so just know that things are playing out the way that they're meant to play out. I'm getting like there's a need to kind of like reiterate that there's a process to this. Okay, there's a process to this. So I'm getting you're meant to kind of just let the process play out naturally. Try not to get too involved, and you know, again, like release what you need to release and move on, and trust your angels and the guidance that you receive. Okay, trust the guidance you are receiving. This is like a lot of cards to pick up. It's going to take me a little while, so I will spare you watching me clean up cards. So that'll complete this reading, and I hope you guys have the most beautiful day. And you know, if you see someone in the comments and they're, you know, looking for support, you know, give them a little support. You know, we're a collective of individuals who, you know, are going through lots of beautiful changes, and sometimes we could use a little extra support. So all right, sending out lots of love to you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.